Lego One Piece is finally here, and I'm tired of some of these land ambassadors who are even my friends pretend they like One Piece just so they can get the clicks. I know so many people in the Lego space who didn't even decide to do the research about One Piece. Monkey D. Luffy? I thought Luffy was up there with like Goku as recognizable characters. You don't know his name and you're reviewing the set early? I don't know if you're exactly qualified. Mind you, I am not really a great reviewer. That's not my thing. I don't have a white box. I plan to get one. I hope I can figure it out. I need to talk to some people about the best way to review sets. But I found this set early on shelves. $140, I paid retail. And my question here for you today is it worth retail? Because a lot of Lego sets nowadays are not. I've been someone who's been very critical of Lego's pricing in the past. But the Going Merry here is one of the few sets I say is completely worth it on retail. Only if you're really a One Piece fan. But even if not, you're still looking at one of the best pirate ship builds that we got today. Mind you, if you just want a pirate ship, supposedly there's a Black Pearl coming out in a couple months. That's double the size. If you want a pirate ship, I think you might be wanting to go to that one. That's all you're looking for. But if you are a One Piece fan, let me just say I'm going to be buying a second copy of this for my boy. Because he got me into One Piece and I want to treat him. Because this is a set that all fans are going to love. So let's just go over the figures real quick. Luffy has a double-sided face. The one being his happy, closed eyes grin, and then the other one's just a regular kind of smirk. And you even got the details of his little scars on each side, but the torso print's fine, arms fine, but the pants is where they peak. Dual molded, great printing, and then you included printing on his toes for his sandals. And then a molded hat for his hair and his straw hat. The Luffy figure, I couldn't ask for more. I think this is great. Now for his second in command Zoro, you get actually two of these pieces in the set of the knife sword. And it just clicks in, clicks out, and Zoro looks great. He doesn't really need like printing. It would be cool if he did, but he has a biting grin, so when he holds the sword on his neck, his teeth show over it a little bit. He is biting down on that sword, and that is so cool. Plus, we got this hair I've seen before, but it's in green, and on the back side, just a smile. So I'm keeping him. When I display my Zoro, I want him doing 3 sword style. I want him holding all 3. So this is the way I'm displaying him, and I love it. His third in command, maybe this is like a BTS hair I've never seen before, but I'm pretty sure it's a new jacket print. Perfect face print that has that grin, smirk. Like, that's Sanji, man. The hairpiece, they nailed it. I think that if they've messed up the hairpiece, it would have not been fully recognizable because it just kind of looks like a guy in a suit. But that hairpiece, that's Sanji, man. And Usopp's a figure they cooked with. They got his scaredy form and his happy form. The two emotions of Usopp are looking perfect. The hair mold and the bandana mold are indeed different than just the bandana that you get for Zoro, which I forgot to mention, but he gets a bandana and a green hair version. And with the bandana, he still does look very dang good. But back to Usopp, he gets his little bag, he gets his slingshot, he gets printing on the arms, which I forgot to mention with Zoro, dual molded arms so he can have a short sleeve shirt. Perfect. But printing on the arms, printing on the legs, body, toes, everything about the Usopp figure is great. Then we finish off with Nami, one of my favorite female characters in fiction. Dual molded arms, once again, an amazing hairpiece that really does represent Nami. And this outfit is iconic for early show. That white shirt with the blue stripes and the orange pants. This is how I think a lot of people think of Nami if you're not thinking of her in a bathing suit. So I think for Lego, they absolutely cooked, especially with the looks for the show, because yeah, they look just like the cast. But then when it comes to the ship, you get gray stickering across the thing, You get the beautiful mass head. What do you call the front of the boat? The mass, I think, right? Yeah, that, it looks great. And then like the tubing designs down the side, you get everything. And then even in the front, I didn't include the stud, but you can push down on this and it's got play features. It's got the cannon up in the front. That's cool. But my favorite part of the ship is how you can just pull it out nice, and it's one of those things where it's not connected by anything, but it just sits so nice that you wouldn't even know that it comes apart. And lift it up. Again, only connected underneath by these. And then you get the whole couch, the whole kitchen, the whole table. And that's where the boy Sanji sits. And they just have the stairs down. The door opens up perfectly fine. It is a beautiful playset on top of a beautiful display set. For the front, it comes off very easily as well with some great sticker detailing underneath. I think this is like the cartography room. I think this is where Nami makes her maps. That's at least my assumption, because I definitely know that ain't a captain's quarters, and I don't think we've ever seen a captain's quarters on the Going Merry. But one of the really cool details that I have a little bit of an issue with sometimes, because it kind of does not fully connect for me, the hidden cargo underneath of a bunch of food, because of course Luffy's got to have his food, but the wanted posters. So according to online, there is 8 wanted posters, all One Piece, and you get 4 random ones in the set. And for me, I ended up getting a little unlucky, but if there's any character I want duplicates of, it's gonna be Luffy, you know what I mean? But the Arlong poster does look very nice, and mind you, these are printed. They are not stickers. They are nice, beautifully printed pieces. And then I get the King of the Pirates, Gol D. Roger. Beautiful, beautiful pieces to just add a little bit of a guessing. Like, you get them as you go, so you don't know, like, bag 2, oh, what wanted poster am I getting? Bag 3, ooh, what wanted poster am I getting? Bag 7, ooh, bag 9, and then you put them all in this, and then they just lightly slide right in and fit snug. You wouldn't even know there was a hidden compartment there if I didn't tell you. And on stream, I had a fun 4-5 hour live stream with the people building and experiencing this set. It's a nice set that doesn't have the problem exactly with everything being reversed, because like you see with the back, each side is a little bit different. The insides are a bit different, so the stairs are different. So you're not just making one half of the ship and then you're making the other half. There's a little bit of variety there to keep you on your toes. I was messing up because I didn't think it would be as varied as it was. But with what we received, this has to be one of my favorite sets of the year so far. It is an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous beast. And I'm happy to finally have it in my collection. It is getting a display on the main shelf in my room, and I'm excited to get Baratier. So should you buy this day one? Honestly, yeah. If you're a One Piece fan, heck yeah. If you're not, I'd still say this is a really fun build, really fun characters, really fun pieces. Wait for sale, and then you'll have a good time.